ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वती व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। शृण्वन्तः स्वकथा कृष्ण पुण्यश्रवणकीर्तन हृदयस्थो ह्यभद्राणि विदुनोति सुहृत्स्ताम् नष्टप्रायेष्वभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवत्युत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठकी. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 24, chanting of the song sung by Lord Shiva. Shiva, verse 63. Tvameka adya purusha sutta shaktis taya raja sattva tamo vividyate Mahanakham kham marudagni vardhara surarshayo bhutagana idam yata. Translation. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. My dear Lord, you are the only Supreme Person, the cause of all causes. Before the creation of this material world, your material energy remains in the dormant condition. When your material energy is agitated, the three qualities, namely goodness, passion, and ignorance, the act, and as a result of the total material energy, egotism, ether, air, fire, water, earth, and all the various demigods and saintly persons becomes manifest. Thus the material world is created. Purport. If the whole creation is one, that is, nothing but the Supreme Lord or Vishnu, then why do the expert transcendentalists make such a categories as are found in the above words? Why do learned and expert scholars distinguish between matter and the spirit? In answer to those questions, Lord Shiva says the spirit and matter are not creation of various philosophers, but are manifested by Lord Vishnu, as described in this verse, Tvameka Adya Purusha. Spiritual and material categories are made possible by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but actually there are no such distinction for the living entities who are eternally engaged in the service of the Lord. There is only a material world for those who want to imitate the Lord and become enjoyers. Indeed, the material world is nothing but forgetfulness of the original Supreme Personality of the Godhead, the creator of everything. The distinction between matter and spirit is created by the sleeping energy of the Lord when the Lord wants to give some facility to those living entities who want to imitate the Lord in his enjoyment. It is only for them that this material world is created by the dormant energy of the Lord. For instance, sometimes children want to imitate their mother and cook in the kitchen, and at such a time, the mother supplies them with some toys that the children can imitate her cooking. Similarly, when some of the living entities wants to imitate the activity of the Lord, this material cosmic manifestation is created for them by the Lord. The material creation, therefore caused by the Lord through His material energy. It is by the glance of the Lord that the material energy is activated. At that time, the three material qualities are set into motion, and the material energy is manifested first in the form of Mahat Tattva, then egotism, and then ether, then air, then fire, water, and earth. After the creation, the living entities are impregnated in the cosmic manifestation, and they emerge as Lord Brahma and the seven great rishis, then are as the different demigods. From the demigods, some human beings, animals, trees, birds, beasts, and everything else. The original cause, however, is the Supreme Personality of the Godhead, as verified herein, Tomeka Adya Purusha. This is also confirmed in Brahma Samhita. Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. Those who are covered by the material energy cannot understand the origin of everything is the Supreme Personality of the Godhead, Krishna. This is summarized in Vedanta aphorism Janmadhyasya Yata Vedanta Sutra 1.1.2. Krishna also confirms this in Bhagavad Gita 10.8. Am sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvita. I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. The wise who perfectly know this engage in my devotion service and worship me in with all their hearts. When Krishna says that he is the origin of everything, Aham Sarvasya Prabhava, he means that he is even the source of Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, the Purusha Avatara, and in the material manifestation and all the living entities within the material world. Actually, the word prabhava, creation, refers to only this material world. For since the spiritual world is eternally existing, there is no question of creation. In Chatur Shloki of Srimad Bhagavatam, the Lord says, Aham evam evasam evagre. I was existing before the beginning before the creation. Bhagavad Gita 2.9.33. In the Vedas, it is also said, Eko Narayana Asita. Before creation, there was only Narayana. This is also confirmed by Shankaracharya. Narayana Pato Paro Vyaktadot. Narayana is transcendental in the creation. Gita Bhashya. Since all the activity of Narayana are spiritual, when Narayana says, let there be creation, that creation was all spiritual. The material only exists for those who have forgotten that Narayana is the original cause. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschantyadesha Tarine जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. I would like to seek blessing from all the assembled Vaishnavas and thank you for giving me an opportunity to purify myself. Please forgive me for any shortcomings. My commentary is inspired by Gaudiya Vaishnava Acharyas. Srila Prabhupada in his purport of this verse gives this very clear explanation. He addresses the fundamental question. If the whole creation is one, that is nothing but the Supreme Lord or Vishnu, then why do expert transcendentalists make such categories as are found in the above verse? Why do learned and expert scholars distinguish between the matter and spirit? There are three ways I could think about that and analyze using the explanation given by Gaudiya Acharyas. When as a reflection, ye yatha mam prapandyate tamasta tathaiva bhajami aham, Bhagavad Gita 4.1. As they surrender unto me, I reward them accordingly. This verse underscores the Lord's impartiality. He empowers both devotion and illusion. So, in a second sense, the Lord Shiva prayers reveals all categories, matter, spirit, demigods, sages, are manifestation of one supreme person. The distinctions are perceived are not philosophical to construct, but divine arrangements for the Jiva's journey. Srila Jiva Goswami in Krama Sandarbha emphasizes that diversity of creation is not contradictory to oneness. It is achintya bheda tattva, simultaneously oneness and the difference. Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha, where Krishna is a supreme controller with a form of eternity, knowledge, and bliss, as uh, as mentioned in Brahma Samhita 5.1. The, the verse also outlines the sequence of creation. from subtle elements to the gross matter and beginning beings. But the root cause of the jiva's forgetfulness of the Krishna, root cause is the jiva's forgetfulness of the Krishna. The material world is not a punishment, but the merciful playground for reawakening. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati writes in his Jiva's fall is not from a Vaikuntha, but from the Tathas, the material energy. Jiva chooses the forgetfulness, and the Lord facilitates it with the compassion. Janmadhyasya yata, Srimad Bhagavatam 1.1.1 also confirms that, saying, from him everything is born. And this verse is a Vedanta Sutra of essence, anchoring all creation in Krishna. So why do we perceive duality? Probably because Lord allows it. This verse challenges the listeners to ask, am I seeing the world as Krishna's energy or as separate from him? What is the purpose of creation? That the purpose is not to trap us, but to awaken us. The verse is a call to transcend the modes, and return to the original consciousness. And then who am I in this cosmic map? Not just a product of ego and element, but a spark of the divine, just temporarily covered, as we have been told many a times. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, in his commentaries, often elaborates on the Lord's absolute nature. He would emphasize that Krishna is the Adi Purush, the original person, and everything emanates from him. The material energy is his Bahiranga Shakti, the external energy, which acts under his direction. Our entanglement is due to our desire for separate enjoyment, leading us to to identify with this external energy. As a practical application and conclusion, I thought about these 3 points. We are not the enjoyers. We are meant to be enjoyed by Krishna. We are not the controllers, and Krishna is the supreme controller. This understanding is the beginning of true knowledge. Second, this is a temporary phase of rectification. Just as a child eventually gets bored with the toy cooking and wants to help with the real kitchen, similarly, conditioned soul, after repeated attempts at the independent enjoyment, eventually realizes that the futility and desires to return to their original form, joyful service to the Lord, is a prime most. And the third one, since the material world is created due to our desires to imitate, the way out is given up here. That desire for imitation, and instead of reviving our original loving service to the Lord form. This is the essence of Krishna consciousness, converting our consciousness from one of trying to be the enjoyer to one of being the instrument for Lord's enjoyment. And I always emphasize this to myself. Lord Shiva, a great Vaishnava, understands this perfectly. His prayers are not for material benefit, but for pure devotion to the Supreme Lord. By hearing and meditating on such verses and the purports of our great acharyas like Srila Prabhupada, we can awaken our dormant Krishna consciousness and redirect our energies from imitation to actual service, thus transcendenting the distinction of matter, the spirit, and experiencing the true spiritual happiness. With this, I'll conclude here. Please forgive me for any shortcomings. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha